Hi everybody, welcome to North Star Knife Reviews. Today we're going to be looking at this knife from Utica Cutlery Company. Now, when people think of US made traditional knives, names that typically come to mind, probably Case, Buck. If you are a knife person, maybe GEC, possibly Baron Son, and maybe even Ontario Cutlery. But Utica Cutlery isn't one of those that we often think of, despite the fact that they've been making knives since 1910. Now, Utica does still make a few traditionals, but at this point they really focus more on tactical and hunting type of knives. They do also make all sorts of flatware, and that is where their primary market is today. This knife is made in the USA, and it is the 11-116GB single blade green bone knife, 2 3/4 inches. So this is a small little knife. It was made about 2010. You can see came in the Century box here. Pull it out. Comes wrapped in paper. And here we have the knife. Now, this was marketed as a small slimline trapper. If you know anything about slimline trappers, this is a very tiny version. Let me show you a Case slimline trapper that I carry fairly regularly. Substantially larger than this. This is more in line with what I would consider to be a peanut. But they marketed it as a slimline trapper, so that's what we'll go with. See, the covers are green jigged bone. Not my favorite jigging pattern, but it's all right. It has nickel silver bolsters and a nickel silver federal shield on it. Brass liners. Fit and finish reasonably good. You can see it is pretty centered, maybe pulling just a little bit toward the show side. Back spring has just some minor gaps, but nothing too horrible. It does have pretty smooth transitions. The pins are nicely flush. So all in all, not bad. My primary complaint is that it's got a very weak spring. I mean, the pull on this, I would put it at a 2, and quite honestly, really no snap when it opens. It does snap closed, but opening it's just very weak. So that is an issue. I don't know if that is typical or if it's just this particular example of the knife, but that is a flaw in the blade. The blade on this knife is about 2 1/4 inches long, and the handle, the close length, as it said on the box, is about 2 3/4 inches. The blade is a small clip point. It is made of 1095 carbon steel, so it is not stainless. It will corrode or patina with use. You can see it's got a blade etch on it, UTK warranted. and the tang stamp, Kutmaster, Utica, New York, USA. Kutmaster is a Utica imprint. Nothing on the back side. You can get a 3-finger grip on it. Again, the weak back spring I do find to be an issue, but it is a fairly attractive knife, even though it's not my favorite jigging pattern. I do like it in general. If this had a better spring, I would really consider it to be a very nice knife. I hope you found this brief review interesting. If you did, please subscribe, give me a thumbs up, and I hope to see you next time.